there's different levels of love. And truly there is a physical side of love, an emotional side of love, a spiritual side of love, a side that makes you just embrace all the strengths and differences that we bring into a relationship. But we had more great days than we had challenging days. And I think that's what's allowed us to get to 46 actual married years. And then we just decided we wanted to celebrate this adventure with everybody, because all of our friends, relatives, sorority, fraternity members all embraced us, supported us through all our trials and tribulations, and that's why we got to where we're at now. And when we started going through COVID, that pandemic of just being isolated, we thought we needed to celebrate as we come out of COVID what everybody has meant to our lives, to the point that where we're at now. Our mothers, our brothers and sisters, our friends, and all these stops we've had in life, that's allowed us to be the people we are now, to strengthen us through our challenges. Those are the people that, in the fabric that has made us who we are. That's what has allowed us to overcome and stay together. All the people that put so much into us, we believe we owe it to them to celebrate this life we had together. That's why we're doing what we're doing now today, just to celebrate everybody else being a part of our life. That's why we're here.
When you feel better when you're with someone versus when you're not. Even when you don't agree on everything, because we certainly have not agreed on everything, and to be married 46 years, you know that you're going to have ups and downs, hills and valleys, but you have to be willing to work things out, to talk about things, and to not just say, okay, if I don't have my way, it's the highway. You have to be willing to commit and just feel like what you have is valuable, is worth fighting for.
Hello. Ladies and gentlemen, if we can please have your attention, and please direct your attention to the entrance door. We will now be greeting the honorees of the evening, Mr. and Mrs. Greathouse.
I saw Pam walk across the yard at Bowling Green in 1971, and I was walking from my athletic dorm, and she was walking into the other dorm, and I saw this young lady with a huge red fro that reminded me of Angela Davis, and she just caught my eye, and it was a journey from that point on. We got married like in 1975, so that's where we get to the 46 years, but we actually met in 1971. And the whole key was it's always been a partnership and a journey. Me and her took this journey and this agreement just to work together and figure out what we could do to navigate life's challenges. So we started our careers in Detroit. She with the bank and me with a company called Procter & Gamble, and it just worked out. I traveled a lot. She stayed and worked on her career. And in all that time, it was always a mutual interest that whatever energy I gave, she gave complementary energy back that helped us both grow. Then we started a family. And that was really unique because we came from kind of different backgrounds that were kind of the same. We both had mothers and fathers, both working class folk. But she went to a majority white high school, and I went to an all black high school. So our life experiences were totally different. Canton, Ohio versus Cleveland, Ohio. So we looked at things differently. We even talked differently. So some of our differences became what made me attracted to her. But at the end of the day, from Bowling Green to Detroit to, where do we go next? Oh, we went to Atlanta, Georgia. Then we went to Oklahoma City. The one thing about Pam was she was always a partner in the decision and raising kids and career and even some of the moves that we made from being a corporate person to entrepreneur. She was always right there with me, supporting, critiquing, always critiquing, but always supporting at the end. There was only one time she ever had a question on my decision, and that was when I decided to go to Oklahoma City. She said, well, you might want to do that one by yourself first and let me hang back and see if this all works. But then when she came to Oklahoma City, we loved it. Oklahoma City was probably one of the best experiences we ever had in life. The people there were so unique and great and embracing of us as a family. But the hallmark to, I think, how we got almost 50 years, if you count Bowling Green, was just a person that honestly was independent of me, supportive of what I was believing in, and I, the same token with her. I could support what she had as a vision, and I could understand that she had to have some independent space to be the best person she could be. And that made us mutually just work out all our challenges. We had some challenges, but we had more great days than we had challenging days.
Welcome, everyone. Oh my goodness. I would just like to say a warm welcome to everyone. On behalf of my husband, Tyrone Davenport, and I, who are members here at the Detroit Athletic Club, we just wanted to welcome you to this amazingly blessed celebration in honor of Jesse and Pamela's 46 years of holy matrimony. They made lifelong friends and came to love this awesome community. They've led lives of service. They made innumerable contributions, all while establishing lifelong relationships. And hence, they created a home, a home away from home to return to. We're so delighted that they chose Detroit to celebrate. So everyone here, all welcome home to Pam and Jesse's other home. Enjoy.
Late 60s, early 70s, when the afros were becoming, well, they were already popular, and I wanted an afro, and my mother said I could have an afro with one condition. She'd get buy a wig for me, so I'd have to wear a wig to church. I couldn't wear my afro to church. So I'm like, okay, I will go ahead and do that, because I wanted to wear my wig, my afro. You have to edit this. And I just loved wearing the afro. And so many of us did it. A lot of us, on our very first day at Bowling Green, one of our roommates, as soon as her mother backed out of the parking lot, and her hair was down to her back, just beautiful hair. As soon as her mother backed out, she put her head in the sink so we could all give her an afro and fluff it up. So we all were sporting the fros in the early 70s.
So I thought, what is this occasion? The occasion that brings all of us together, from as far as my aunt from California, the West Coast, my cousin from Maryland, north, south, east, and west. We all, and my nephew, Vince, from the Virgin Islands. We all came together, uniting to celebrate Pam and Jesse's 46th anniversary. It's appropriate that we gather here in Detroit, where so many of their long-term friendships were fostered and established well over 50 years ago. Let's take a look back at what was going on in June of 1975, when Pam and Jesse became husband and wife. Gas was 44 cents a gallon. A new car cost $4,250. The average home cost $11,787. The Vietnam War had ended, and the first ever blockbuster movie, Jaws, was released and made a whopping $472 million. Saturday Night Live debuted on NBC, and Muhammad Ali beat Joe Frazier in a thriller in Manila. All of this is great information, especially if you wanted to win at Jeopardy, which happened to be our father's favorite show. But it wasn't the most important thing that happened in 1975. 1975, June 28th, at Mount Olive Baptist Church in Canton, Ohio, Pamela Marie Haywood married Jesse Jean Greathouse. Pam and Jesse met in college at BGSU. Pam was attracted to Jesse's good looks and intelligence. And the fact that my father really liked Jesse. Jesse was attracted to Pam's huge red afro and her long legs, with her independent attitude.
I'm not the person I was when I was 20, but I'm sure, I hope I'm a better human being than I was when I was 20. And I think the same thing with Pam. I think she's been able to embrace my idiosyncrasies, and to live with me is not the easiest thing, but to live with her is not the easiest thing either. But together, we learn how to work together. So love is an evolving metamorphosis, I think, that you find what works for you. And when you care more about the other person than you care about yourself, then I think you know you're in love.
It is a pleasure to be here this afternoon, and it's a blessing to be in the house where there are great people. I'm Alma Pittman. This is my husband, Winston, over here. And we are the greatest friends of Pam and Jesse. But at any rate, I've been asked to do the prayer. And will you bow your heads, please? Dear Heavenly Father, thank you for all that you do for us. We thank you for your abiding love. Thank you for the food that's ahead of us or in front of us. Thank you for the ones who are sitting beside each other. And thank you, Father God, for the love that is shown in this room. And now I ask, Father God, for you to bless the preparers of this food, the energy that they have put together and given. And may the food that we eat are well and healthy. If there's any impurities in it, Father God, I ask you to remove it. This I ask in Christ Jesus' name. Amen. Amen.
Good evening. On behalf of St. John Baptist Church, the mighty fortress of Savannah, Georgia, as they hear continuously, look beyond your disabilities and see the possibilities and make the possibilities realities in your life. The Great House has come to Savannah and they are continuing to do the same darn thing they were doing up here. Helping the least, the left out, the lost, and the last. Just a few months ago, we brought to Mr. Greathouse something that the Lord had given us to a point where it shocked his psyche so that he was lost of words as he was tonight. And on Easter Sunday morning, Resurrection Sunday, as we now know it in the Christian faith, that on behalf of Lincoln Chevrolet and St. John the Mighty Fortress, we presented one of our members who was the least, the left out, the lost, and the last, a brand new vehicle to ride in. The Great Houses are truly great people, and they attend a great church. The Mighty Fortress in Savannah. That the motto is always, if you're gonna buy a vehicle, keep thinking Lincoln. Lincoln Chevrolet. They give back continuously. And we would have been remiss if we would not have made an attempt to be here today. Paths crossed, it may be a few decades, 40 years apart, that I was also a part of Bowling Green State University. I am from the great city of Toledo. Don't laugh. Shame on y'all. But most importantly, that God directed Mr. and Mrs. Greathouse to Savannah. And we want each of you to know, unapologetically, undeniably, unequivocally, unrevocably, and unquestionably, that they were here in Oklahoma and Atlanta. They are even better in Savannah. Please stop by where the grass smells like apple pie and the water tastes like wine. And that's your blessing. Let the church say amen.
And a lot of times, you know, when people talk about never going to bed angry and all that, you know, that's great to think about, but there have been times when we've both gone to bed angry, but things work their way out eventually. But when you know that you have a connection with someone, and I think what really also helped us too was the role models that we had, our parents. Both of us, you know, came from two family homes. Our parents had our fathers live, would have been married well over 50, 60 years by now. So we had a good example of what to do and how to work through things. So that was very helpful also.
46 years of marriage. 46 years of life together. 46 years of learning, loving, laughing, and a little bit of fighting. 46 years of investing in one another. your family, your friends, your life purpose, your communities, and yourselves. There's a lot of adventures, a lot of road trips. We got to see a lot of that tonight. It was just beautiful and heartwarming, from trips to Cleveland and Canton to visit the family, night outs dancing and partying with your friends, priceless trips in multiple countries, and card parties in Detroit. Now, y'all didn't think I remembered that. I know I was little. I was paying attention. I learned a few things. Business retreats with the Dealers Association and Thunder basketball games in Oklahoma City. Now, let me tell y'all a little bit something about moving to Oklahoma. Okay? So that's when I realized that my mom really loved my dad. I was like, oh, she is in this thing, like, right, for real. Because, you know, mom was kind of running the house. She was running the show. We had schedules, programs, like, it was a lot. And so I was, you know, like, so he said we're gonna move to Oklahoma, and she just said, yeah, so what's happening? But let me tell you what I realized there. It was a marriage benefit code, a cheat code, how to survive. And I saw that was representing them being equally yoked and divinely balanced. Yes. Everybody can lead all the time. So those are some of the gems that they were modeling and just dropping over the years, just very naturally. So I was about 15 when we actually got to Oklahoma, and I was in high school. And mom unexpectedly had to go into the hospital, and she ended up staying there a little bit longer than what we planned. She was admitted longer than we thought. And you know, 15-year-old, living my life, teenager self, some may say a little self-absorbed. And I just assumed she would come home. I mean, you know, mom is heroin, strong woman, she's gonna be fine. And I was just continuing on with life. But my dad, on the other hand, he was there for hours and hours, and the day and night. He was caring for his wife. One day, y'all, my dad went off on me, okay? While she was in the hospital. He read me for a film. I mean, he just let me have it, and some people might say I might be like a little daddy's girl, so that really hurt. Like, what did I do? She's gonna be fine. I ended up calling Aunt Linda. I don't know if you remember that. And I was bawling, what is wrong with him? Like, what is happening? But what I eventually realized is he was scared. That was his person, his love. His woman, his wife, was in the hospital. And she was more than just a mother. She was a whole person to him. And that's when I realized how much my dad loved my mom. What I have seen, even in these moments of a little bit turbulence, misunderstandings, changes as all relationships go through. There was a beautiful foundation of love, respect, appreciation, and commitment that continue to fuel their marriage. Till this day, they still have date nights, they explore Savannah together, they love to host people in their homes, and watching them blossom as grandparents, thank you, Megan Justin. Watching them blossom as grandparents has been so beautiful, just another chapter that they're experiencing together. But what I love most about them is that they are still companions. They enjoy one another, and they can also just be content enjoying the life that they built together. Now, they didn't get here alone, so I want to truly, from the bottom of my heart, thank each and every one of you all for contributing and pouring into them, either individually or as a couple. Thank you for showing up for them, thank you for loving them, and thank you for being a part of their village. Thank you both for showing us what it looks like when God stays centered in a relationship. What happens when you allow growth to be normalized as lifelong learners. When joy is welcomed with openness and ease, and when two hearts decide to choose each other decade after decade. Y'all start on with this? After decade. Happy 46th anniversary. I love you very much, and we can't wait to celebrate many, many more.
Well, good evening. My name is Justin Greathouse. I'm the oldest son, and I'm always home. Thank you all for being here today, for putting over the CDC protocols. I know this year's been tough, but we do appreciate the effort everybody's making to try to make this a safe and happy event for everyone. 1 year delayed, but you all's dedication to getting this event together is really representative of mom and dad's dedication to each other. So before I forget, and I'm gonna come back to this at the end too, but I do want to thank Jessica and Linda and Vicki, the committee, known as the committee, for putting this together and getting this through. Thank you. All right. Thank you, Aunt Vicki. All right. So, this journey, as been stated, this journey began in Bowling Green, Ohio, went to Detroit, Atlanta, Oklahoma City, and now Savannah. Period. No matter where they were, where we resided, their marriage has always been an example, just as a front seat passenger to this, of a home grounded in faith, loyalty, and a unique sense of humor, I'll say. In terms of faith, we've had multiple church homes, from Hartford to Ben Hill in Atlanta, to St. John's in Oklahoma City, and St. John's in Savannah. But no matter the church, they've shown us consistently the importance and necessity of putting God first in our lives, and also establishing a greater community of believers. This village, this community that we have here, which again just makes all of us thankful for the love that you all have shown. I guess in conclusion, no matter what city, house, or wherever we may be, Mom and Dad, you always made us feel like we could accomplish anything. That we were the most important kids in the world, and most importantly, that we were loved. So I thank you for that, and for that, let me say that you all make impossible look easy. You're both so important to so many people, and we love you with all of our hearts. So thank you. God bless you. I will quickly freestyle into my defense. Not really a freestyle, but just to my defense on some of these pictures. I want to share a little story that I think kind of wraps all of this up that we just talked about. In that, our kids aren't here, but we want to say that y'all have been as amazing parents you've been just even greater grandparents. So that's been kind of a joy to watch that now. So our kids are in school this past week, and my daughter on the drive home, we got into an interesting conversation. I have an 11-year-old daughter, so pray for me. So we're starting to have these interesting conversations, and one conversation she had was, she was kind of referring to the older brother. She was basically making the point. So he's in 10th grade, and he's not hanging around us as much, being quiet, all that. So I'm looking at him, like, oh, okay, he's just doing that, not smiling. He still smiles, but he just does his own thing. And she's like, well, are you sad that he doesn't hang around and talk to us as much, and this and the other? And I was really I was struggling to explain it to her, but I was like, I guess sad, but I'm not worried, because, I've been there. And I know I talk to my parents probably too much. I talk to you guys almost every day, and it's just that journey, again, those things that y'all put in place that makes us constantly go back to you for the support, the love that you provide, and just that feeling of confidence that you continue to provide to us. I was trying to explain to her, so you may have a call to make to talk to Amaya about, like, it's that little 4-year phase, because it has been, I think the best gifts that we could possibly have is you as our parents. So love you. Thank you.
I wasn't really looking to date anyone. I was engaged to someone else, and I just thought he was a nice, intelligent young man, and hello and all that. And so eventually I was unengaged, but then Jussie wasn't the first person that I dated at school. And so and I think that was good because that gave us an opportunity to become friends and to get to know each other on a different level, to see if we actually liked each other. And he was in the Kappa Alpha Psi fraternity, and they have things called interest groups. And so me and a few of my other friends, we went ahead and pledged what was called Kappa Kitten. And so that's how I got to know him. And as I said, he was very intelligent, very articulate. Probably didn't tell you too, when he first went to Bowling Green, he was going as a journalism major. So that was his goal, to be a newscaster.
And we'll do our official toast, so get your glasses ready. Oh, sorry. See, he got your back. And make sure you go over there a little so All right, so we are raising our glasses to this beautiful occasion and all these amazing people in honor of this beautiful couple. 46 years and how many more? At least 46 more. Cheers. Okay, and so we're going to have a moment to honor before they give their reflections and cut us loose for the night. We just want to honor all of those beautiful spirits who were not able to physically be here with us today. And so we have just kind of little space set up behind the mother's table in the other room. So if you just want to go and share or add another name to the table, that's fine, but we know that none of us would be here without those people who have been in our lives that aren't physically here. Mom, did you want to say anything about that?
Yes, please go and look at the names that we have composed and see if there's someone that you think should be added. Of course, we started with our grandparents, our fathers, and others. But as we have said earlier, it takes a village, and our foundation, a lot of the names that are part of our foundations are on that table.
All right, it's up to you.
Okay. So why celebrate a 46-year anniversary? This is actually 45 plus 1. 45 plus 1. We started planning this, and then COVID hit us and hit us hard. So we said we'll postpone. We postponed 2 or 3 times. And then, lo and behold, when we planned this one for August 14th, the numbers started going up again. And so we're saying, whoever is blessed to come with us, we're happy to have them there. We're not mad at anyone who chose not to come, because those are personal decisions. But we are so happy to see this village here. You guys everybody in here has supported us so much. People that I grew up in church with ended up coming, and it's just been an amazing time. We have 46 years, but there are people here in the room that I'm celebrating 50 years with. We talked about our travels, Linda and Ty and Jussie and I, but this is my travel group over here. Travel ladies, please stand up. Please stand up. The 6 picture of us take trips, and we were just talking about how unlike we are, but how close we are. It really is just amazing. There's so many different people in this room, people that we've gone to Bowling Green with, that we were so happy to see. Our Great House family, our Haywood family, new families, and and old families. But we are just so pleased to have all of you here. And when my daughter told me that we had a special guest coming, we're like, who is the special guest? And then we see our minister from Savannah. I don't know, Pastor, what are they going to do without you tomorrow? I'll be there. And then I heard a couple cracks about Oklahoma. Right. And I'll tell you, I have Mrs. Carlos Cox and Miss Anita Arnold here from Oklahoma City.
Yes.
These two supported us so much, and we had just so many great times with these with the ladies. Right. So many, and there's so much overlap in here. We have friends who are Deltas, Links. Everybody here is in the house, and so it's just really and truly. We have a couple here. I know he wanted to say it. But a couple here that started out with us in Detroit. Then they went to Atlanta, Georgia with us. Dealership. Then they went to Oklahoma City. Right. Karen and Ralph. And so when we said, okay, now we're going to Savannah, they said, okay, see you later. Right, that was it. Okay, but I'm going to go ahead and let my husband have a few words, and so that we can actually get started with the party. I had asked everyone to practice cha-cha slide, the wobble. I asked everybody to practice it, so we expected. And the younger folks, you guys don't need to practice. But thank you so much for everything that you guys have done with us, and the Pittmans, our mentors and people who have helped us just so much. We're just so pleased to have them. They're Savannah/Kentucky, Louisville, Kentucky. In the house. We're happy to have
them. You know, it's been that way since 1971. When I first saw her walking across the yard at Bowling Green State University. That lady there with that big red fro and those long legs, I've never seen nothing like this in my life. I was smitten, but it took 4 or 5 years, but it was done at that moment. And sometimes you know when God has put something in your place, and you can fight it, but it's going to continue to make sure that you understand I've got a plan for you. And it was part of a journey. The Bowling Green was part of a journey coming out of Cleveland. I actually have a gentleman here who we played football with, was a captain on the same football team. We had same visions, we had same dreams. We had a dream to go to college, and people from our school at that point in time really weren't going to college. And that's Mr. Walter Tyree. Back in 1967, we were working in steel mills and things of that nature, and we said, we got to do something better than this, because there's got to be a better life. And with the foundation we have with our families, and the conviction we had to continue to succeed and overcome obstacles, is why we continue to move forward. Partnership. The one thing that I've known about the relationship, not only that I got out of Cleveland, Bowling Green, to just speak of the steps and how I met Pam, was a partnership. She found a young man who had dreams but didn't have skills. I had all the dreams in the world, but my skills were a little shaky. The foundation wasn't quite there. I had gifts, I had visions, and I had dreams, and I had work ethic. She was smart. Said that all adds up to something. A person with a dream, a person with work ethic, a person with desire can go a long way. And I see the potential in this young man. And really she did. She saw a raw person who needed honing. My family had given me foundation. My school had given me vision, but Pam helped me figure out how to get to where my dreams and where my vision was at. And I applaud her for that. She helped me find stay focused when I was competing on the football field, to understand that you can do whatever you desire to do. Whatever you see as a limitation, you can overcome it. And she was that foundation and that strength that allowed me to get to Bowling Green, to find a great corporate career with Procter & Gamble, to have a desire to become an entrepreneur and risk everything that we had put on the line to become a car dealer. and only the Pittmans and Ida Watson really can relate to what that means, to put everything that you work all your life for on the line and pray that it will work and work hard for it and come home every night and tell your family if you succeeded or failed. My children went through that process with me. My wife went through that process. Only those people, when you put everything on the line and you see it all go down the drain, do you know that, boy, being a business entrepreneur is a challenge. But the one thing my wife never did was waver in her love for me. It was her love for me and our vision that kept us going. Never was there ever a waver. When we lost everything, never did she waver. Never did she say, what did you do? Why did you do this? What has happened to us now? Not one time. Even when I said we're going to go to Oklahoma. Now she did pause. She did pause. And she said, you go first. So tell me how this is working out. But you know, my mom is here. And I got to speak to her and my mother-in-law because they both gave us foundations on how to raise a family. And the one thing I know from both of them, from McKinley Haywood and Jesse Greathouse, is they both said you need to find a friend. Yes. If your partner is not a friend of yours, it ain't gonna work. It is not gonna work. No matter all the glory, all the glitz, all the physical things, it's not gonna work. It's gonna fade. You'll get old one day, guaranteed. You don't have the energy you once had, guaranteed. But what you can guarantee is God's love if that person is your friend first. And I know McKinley Haywood with Elizabeth Haywood, they were friends. And I saw that when I came to their home. And I know with Jesse Greathouse and Juanita Greathouse, they were friends. And that's the one thing my dad said when I said, I think I'm about to get married. He said, what you mean you think? Either you know or you don't. This man didn't have a lot of words. He just made it real simple. Either you know or you don't. It's as simple as that. Either you are or you aren't. Quit vacillating, boy. Make a decision. And that's how they talk to you. And he said, tell me about this person. Tell me what you think about her. Is she a partner? Of course, in those days, sure, same thing. Will she work? That's an important factor, being a partner. Will she work? Will she work with you for the common good? For the common good of the family, for the common good, for what your visions are. And all those things, when I looked at Pam Haywood at that point in time, I said, this is a person. And he finally said, let me ask you this. Do you care? And finally, he said, if she's a friend of yours, the one thing you gotta ask yourself, do you care more about her than you care about yourself? And he just paused. He just paused and looked at me in the eye. He said, I'm gonna ask you again, boy. Do you care more about her than you care about yourself? I said, yeah, Dad. And he said, it's time for you to get married. And that's how the decision was made. And as Linda said, almost 50 years, because we've known each other since 1971 when I claimed her, even though she doesn't know I claimed her. It took me a while to get her to understand that I claimed her. We've been partners. We've been friends. We've been mutually joined together. She's been my strength, my anchor, and the best coach and friend I could ever have in life. Thank you so much. I love you.
We want to recognize a very special part of our village that helped us, or not helped us, but actually did the planning. This person was drafted onto the committee. That would be Renson. Come on up. We worked Renson hard before we gave him permission to marry our sister. We had to go through a lot. Okay, and he survived. Okay, another draftee was my son, Justin. Okay. Okay, Miss Forte, Jessica's godmother. And Geraldine is Justin's godmother. My loving sister, she's my favorite sister. Victoria Lynn, come on up. And last but not least, Jessica Lynn Gray. She's named after her father, and her middle name is her auntie. Okay. We also want to recognize another special couple here, and that would be Theodore Greathouse and Sherry Greathouse. Tomorrow they will celebrate their 40th anniversary. And did somebody give you the cake early?
There is a cake to share.
Right. Okay.
The cake is in their honor.
Okay, yeah, the cake is in Teddy and Sherry's honor. Thank you guys so much for sharing this weekend with us. Right. And I think Vicki and Renson have an anniversary coming up. Does anybody else have an anniversary that they'd like to announce? Perry and Ida will celebrate their... They did. Oh, on the 4th, this past 4th? Okay, let's give them a... Bruce and Mary. September 5th. How many years?
September 1st.
The first.
How many years?
44. 44. Oh, okay. Great friends from Savannah.
August 30th, 52 years.
Okay. Dr. and Mrs. Jones. Okay. And we do have newlyweds in the house. Newlyweds want to stand up? Yeah, right. Just right. John and Anita Alexander. Right. Did we have another? Okay. Homerland? 41. Okay. Oh, yes. Okay. Blanche and Ray. 30. Very good. Okay, 45 June 12th. Okay. And Alyssa and Dale, they're gonna spend their anniversary in Savannah with us. Right, yeah. Winston and Alma approaching, well, not approaching, how many years? 50. Okay. So we have some longevity in the house.
You know, if I could tell Pam one thing right now, which I'd like to tell you one thing right now, the best decision I ever made in life was to ask you to be my wife. I would do it now, 46 years plus, just like I did it then. Will you marry me all over again? And it's the best decision I ever made in my life. Thank you for saying yes, and thank you for being the partner with me in this journey. I love you.
I appreciate the husband that he has been, that I appreciate the times that I've done things wrong and he has forgiven me. I appreciate the father that he has been to our children. I mean, my kids couldn't ask for a better father. And I appreciate the way that he took my parents in and did everything for them that he would have done, that he does for his own parents. So that's really been spectacular. You know, our families have actually become one unit.
There will be no love that's dying here. The bird that flew in through my window simply lost his way. He broke his wing, I helped him heal, and then he flew away. Well, the death of love is everywhere, but I won't let it be. There will be no love that's dying here for me.
I just want to thank you for showing us what Black excellence looks like. It's excellent and it's wonderful.
Did you take that off the card that I wrote for them earlier? I think you did. Aunt Pam and Uncle Jesse, I just want to say that I love you guys, and I know I tell Aunt Pam all the time that you guys have been such an example for me for just not settling for less and you know, just getting knocked down by life and getting back up. Uncle Jesse taught me when I was doing those hurdles that I did not want to do, that when you start something, you commit to it and you finish and see it through. So there's just so many lessons that I can name that you guys have taught me that have stuck with me. So even in that short amount of time, there's been so much that you've taught me that really helped create the woman that I am today. So thank you both. We love you.
Congratulations, Jesse and Pam, on your 45th +1 celebration. As you know, I wouldn't have missed it for anything.
Jesse and Pam. Actually, I knew Pam before I knew Jesse because we both worked in the banking industry and we were involved in the Black Bankers Association. But as I've gotten to know Jesse and Pam, we've traveled together. We've been to Jamaica together. We've been to Tanzania in Africa, Eastern Africa, and they're great travel partners because they do their thing, and my wife and I do our thing, and that's the best kind of travel partner. We've had the opportunity to stay at their home. They'll be staying at our home as of tomorrow, and I know Jesse drinks white label scotch, so I make sure I always have white label scotch. And you know, they're just a great couple to be around and to have fun with.
So it does not surprise me that they've lasted 46 years. I've not been able to make it that far. But you know, I expect that they will do probably at least another 46.
So I just want to say to Pam and Jesse, you are just so inspirational, individually and collectively. Your humbleness and your passion for people just excites the room. So it just surrounds you. And I just wish you like all the best together, and that you just keep making a difference in people's lives as you have done, and just the best 46 or more years more together.
Pam and Jesse, this is Mrs. Forte. I've known you from the time you were 16 years old. Hey, good luck to you. Enjoy. I had my husband for 70 years and enjoyed it. So good luck to you both. I'm glad I could be here.
Hi, Pam and Jesse. Congratulations, 46 years. God bless you. God bless you with 46 more. You're a beautiful couple. You always have been. Your family is beautiful, and thank you for inviting us.
As president of the Savannah, Georgia chapter of the Lynx, I was more than happy to take this trip to be here with Jesse and Pamela. They are great contributors to our community, to our Lynx chapter, to our children, and they're more than a couple and more than a dealership, so we appreciate them so much.
This is much love. Pam and I go back to high school. We were on the same basketball team. And we instituted a Black History class at McKinley High School as sophomores, because the superintendent would not allow us to even appreciate our own heritage. That's Pam in high school. In college, she transcended all the things that we ever thought. She started in business. She's from Canton, Ohio. We don't know nothing about business. Okay, but she transcended that. She became a vice president of the bank. Not only did she do that, she shifted her entire lifestyle to become an educator after she met Jesse. Let's talk about Jesse, the kind of man that you want to support you. They met in college. We saw the love bloom. The children bloom. And they went through trying to build their careers together. That's what love is about. Okay. I am so appreciative to be here for 45 years and plus. They've been together for 50 years. I just hope that me and my husband can endure and appreciate the level of love that they have always displayed.
Pam and Jesse, just wanted to tell you thank you so much for allowing us to be a part of this night, for all the example you've set for us, and we're so proud of you. We wish you many, 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 many more years of happiness, and to you we cheers.
To my big brother and my big sister, who I hid behind the couch when you first brought you home, because I never saw anything so lovely and so impressive. You truly set the stage for me, Pamela, to become the woman that I am today. My brother set the stage for me to be a good wife and a mother. I love you guys dearly. I appreciate your patience and understanding and support that you gave me over the years with my children, setting a fantastic role model for our family. Cheers to you guys, and thank you for getting me to this point that I finally got my soulmate. I love you guys.
I love you.
Cheers.
Well, Pam and Jesse, you made another milestone during your 46 years. And I hope you have many more decades to come. You are a beautiful family, and I love you very much. And I'm so glad that you're my niece, and I appreciate both of you very much.
Pam and Jesse, oh my goodness. You know how much I love you both. I am so delighted to celebrate 46 years of your holy matrimony here in Detroit. I have been the product of the treasure that you have invested in me with your love, your support, your unconditional being available to me at any point in time. You know, I'll tell you, this world for me is better knowing that there is always the two of you to fall back on, to lean into, to love, to party with, and to have pure, unadulterated joy. Happy, happy anniversary and many more. I love you.
Jesse and Pam, from a guy who has done 20 years of this kind of thing and never envisioned being in front of the camera, describing how wonderful you and Pam are as friends, as family. And I just want to wish the both of you 50 more years of beautiful wedded bliss.
What he said.
From my lovely wife, Pam, your sister. Congratulations.
Congratulations, Pam and Jesse. You make a beautiful couple, and me and my father would be so proud of you for the job that you have done in raising your family and the things that you have done. And we just love you and hope you have many more wonderful years together. You're just such a beautiful couple, and we know that God was in the plan. He made this reunion what it is. So God bless you. We love you. We know Dad is smiling down on you. God bless.
Congratulations. You guys have been a beacon for the younger generation of cousins and nieces, nephews. Just keep leading, setting the example. You guys are amazing. You've taught me so much. It'll take a while to go through it, but just keep doing what you're doing. Enjoy the rest of your time together. Lead the way. We'll be following.
Happy anniversary, Jesse and Pam. I didn't go to school with you guys, but I've got to know you over the years through Linda and Ty and my cousin Janine. And you guys are a wonderful, wonderful couple. And here's to many, many more. I can't say 46, but let's say many, many more. Love you guys.
Mom and Dad, thank you so much for everything you've done in my life. I absolutely would not be the person I am today without you all. The foundation that you have built for myself and so many other people, I just love and appreciate you so much. The beauty that we experienced tonight, the love, the laughter, the joy is a reflection of all that you bring to this world. You are a gift, and it is a divine creation that your union was established 46 years ago. Love you guys.
Pam and Jesse, it's just such a blessing to be here to share this wonderful occasion with you of 46 years. And I am praying that you have many more years of love, joy, peace, good health as you continue your ever after story.
Well, it all started 50 years ago at Bowling Green State University. And I am just so blessed to be here to celebrate your 46th wedding anniversary. I remember fondly my day, your special day, with my blue bridesmaid dress and my hat. And I am just so thankful to say congratulations for 46 beautiful years. May you have many, many more. Love you both.
All I want to say is, I love you guys very much, more than you ever will know.
congratulations. Who knew that today, during a pandemic, we would be celebrating your life story? To look at 46 years of God's blessing your union with 2 beautiful children and grandchildren. The friendship continues. We have an investment in your lives. We will continue to love you, support you, and be there for you. God bless you both.
We love you.
We do.
Well, the death of love is everywhere, but I won't let it be. There will be no love that's dying here for me. No, there will be no love that's dying for me. There will be no love that's dying for you and me. Oh, there will be no love dying here. No, not for me.